Hi and welcome back to another recipe series in low protein living. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple recipe of vegetable bolognese. So what do you need? What we have here is one small onion chopped finely, one carrot again chopped to about that sort of width, half a red pepper again chopped finely, 3 mushrooms chopped, some celery chopped, parsley to garnish, and a clove of garlic. Obviously for the pasta we're going to be using the low protein pasta here, which I'll show you a bit later on. And for the sauce I've just got a tin of chopped tomatoes. I'll come on to that a bit later as well. So now we're going to fry off the onions and the garlic. What I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons full of olive oil to a frying pan. Then add the mushrooms, the onions, and the garlic, and just cook that for about 2 or 3 minutes, just so that the onions are nice and soft. Now when the onions and the garlic are done, we need to add the rest of the vegetables. So put the mushrooms in, the carrots and pepper, and then the celery. Don't put the parsley in yet, that's just the garnish later on. So let this cook for a further 4 to 5 minutes so that the vegetables are nice and soft. Just look at that. Now when your vegetables are done, just add the tomatoes, and chop up the bigger bits and mix it all in. And just let it simmer now for about 20 minutes. The thing to bear in mind about tomatoes is that when you look at the nutritional information on the back, you'll find that the protein content ranges from about 1 to 1.4 grams of protein per 100 grams of tomatoes. Now this one here is actually 1.1 grams of tomatoes, grams of protein for 100 grams of tomatoes. Each country has different guidelines about what you should be consuming if you're on a low protein diet, and you really need to be speaking to your dietitian or healthcare professional about what you can or can't take. But in essence, the general advice is that this should be sufficient to be a free food exchange for someone on a low protein diet. But if you're unsure, just go and speak to your healthcare professional. Now that's going to simmer now for about 20 minutes. We'll come back in about 10 minutes to get on with the pasta. So we'll just let that crack on. So the sauce has been simmering in nicely now for about 10 minutes. It's time to do the pasta. Little tip here is always have the water boiling. I always put just a drop of olive oil in there as well. And then when you add the pasta, just let it bend into the water. That will take about 10 minutes to cook now. The pasta's cooking away nicely and the sauce is nearly done. Just going to have a quick taste. It's great. You might want to add some seasoning to it. I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper. Now, in general, some people add salt, but I don't. I personally feel that there's too much salt in food today, so I always leave it out. And if someone wants to add a bit of salt themselves, they can. It's particularly important if you're actually on a low-protein diet because of your kidneys. It's now done. Just take it off and turn that down. That sauce is complete. All I need to do now is drain off the pasta. And a colander. Get my plate. So I've done enough pasta just for one person, but the actual sauce will feed 4. There you go, add that to that. Don't forget your parsley. Just take a handful of parsley and you could either chop it up or just break bits off and sprinkle it on top. And that is the meal ready and finished.